Hi, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to Adobe Live. Thank you so much for joining us again. Welcome to everyone who was here yesterday with myself and Tarrea, and for anyone new who's joining us today, welcome as well. Let us know in the chat where you're joining us from because we would love to know what part of the world you're coming from, especially considering the theme of the app Tarrea's designing today. We'd love to know what different parts of the globe people are coming in from. So I'm Elsa. I'm a visual designer based in Tanzania, and I'm here with Tarrea, who is a product designer at Smartsheet and is based in San Francisco, California. And like I mentioned, she'll be continuing on with her design of her travel mobile app. Just giving us a brief recap of what we did yesterday and also what we'll be doing today. So welcome to anyone joining us from YouTube and Behance. And Tarrea, can you give us a really quick recap of what we're going to be doing today?
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to give like a brief introduction about myself. But yeah, I'm Tarrea. I'm a designer at Smartsheet, living in San Francisco. Yesterday, we worked on putting together some wireframes for this travel app concept, and we'll be continuing to do that today by adding like some visual designs and UI design elements to these wireframes. So I'm really excited for that today.
We definitely all are. We are super hyped.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Um,
And
yeah. Mhm.
real quick, so before we kind of go on with that, for anyone who is joining us, if you haven't had a chance already, definitely please subscribe to our new Adobe Live channel on YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest streams, participate in the Adobe Live community, and so much more. So definitely check that out. And if you didn't miss the previous stream right before this one, you can view the replay on Behance or YouTube. Check out the illustration live stream with Kathy Huertas as she shows you how to draw editorial illustrations using Adobe Fresco and Photoshop.
Nice.
Take it away, Tarrea.
Yeah. Um, I showed this like intro yesterday, but just gonna quickly go through it today for any new people joining. But like I mentioned, I'm Tarrea. Um, I'm from San Francisco with a passion for human-centered design and crafting purposeful, inclusive experiences. And just wanted to showcase some of my featured work that was featured on Behance for like a donut truck app concept and a recipe app concept. So those are really two really fun projects that I worked on using Adobe XD. So now we're gonna jump into what we're doing today. I also just put together like a brief thing about the project, the pages that we're gonna design, and then also some wireframe sketches. We actually had some extra time to design a third screen, which was pretty fun. But so essentially, it's like the homepage where you can see all of your active trips, your past trips, and your upcoming trips. And then there's like the upcoming trips page and the itinerary page for that particular trip. And in this case, it would be for London, England. And then we put together like a map view of that particular trip. So then you can see like all of your locations on the map. So then it's just like consolidated into like one place. So then from there, I put together like a little style guide for typography and colors. So the font or the typography that we're using for this app is going to be Matter in some different like sizes and styles. And then I started putting together a color palette. I'm kind of leaning towards this color palette. Maybe I'll explore some others using the Adobe color wheel. They have like some really cool color palette options. And then I just put some some icons here that are found throughout the app. So
very cool.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be working with. And then also once we apply like the visual designs to all of the screens, hopefully we'll have some time to like put together the final design. So then you could share it like on your social media, or how I usually put it together.
Love that. That's always one of the hardest parts. Like, okay, how do I present it in a cool and funky way?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
But super excited to jump into things. And hi to everyone who's joined us. Becca is here. Hi. Val is here. Katarina is here. Welcome, everyone. Jackie's here as well. Laura is here too. So we have quite a few people joining us today. So welcome. If you were here yesterday, welcome back. And if you're new, thanks for joining us this time around.
Yeah, welcome. And I'm curious to hear where everyone is like tuning in from. So then maybe we could add in your city into this design.
Yes, for those who weren't here yesterday, we like picked a couple of cities that were dropped in the chat. So let us know where you're coming in from and we could drop in yours too.
Yeah, so let's get started. Basically what I'm gonna do is just start adding colors, and I put together like a color palette in this sidebar so that I could quickly reference them. There's also a nifty trick where you could like add in any character styles like for the fonts. But for now, I'm just gonna reference like these colors here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how exactly do you add colors to the panel on the left there, just for anyone who's not familiar?
Yeah, so I take the color that I want to add. Well, I think I already added all of these. Okay, so maybe like this gray color. You select it, and then there's like this little plus icon. You just add the color there. And then, yeah, you could rename it to like gray. Or if you want to delete it, you could delete it. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's very nifty. And then when you want to like apply the color, you just select the object and then you just click on the color.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm
very
thinking,
cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm thinking of using this dark black for the fonts, the typography, so that it stands out against the white background. So could literally just like select it.
It just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, it's like really saves a lot of time. But I'm thinking maybe for like the subtext, can make it maybe like a lighter shade so that there's like some contrast between the header and the subtext. Or maybe I could actually.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. See, or I just actually just reduced like the thickness of the font weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is like my favorite part of the design, obviously.
Just adding your colors and your fonts and seeing it come alive. Mine too. That's always the fun part.
Yeah. You can already see it slowly like come through.
We see the vision.
Yeah, the vision.
Okay, we've got a couple locations. Becca's joining from Chicago. Val's joining in from Sacramento. Laura wrote Alps. The Alps? Okay, Laura, we see you. We got a couple cool places in here. Welcome, guys. And if anyone has any questions for Tarrea as well, feel free to drop them in the chat.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions. So I noticed like with this search bar, I feel like it's too dark, like against usually with like the search bar, it's kind of like blending in. So I'm gonna try to find a shade lighter than this dark shade. So what I like to
Okay.
do, yeah, what I like to do is I use this web app for like color palettes, like a color generator.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just show what that looks like. So this is called coolers or colors. And I just like paste in,
Um,
yeah, paste this in and
I love the
then,
site.
yeah, I can like see different like shades here that I want to use. And then I just take it and like copy it over. But and if I wanted to like save the color, I could save it with an
Mm-hmm.
account. But yeah, it's really nifty. So um actually I'm gonna
It
take this
is. It's
color.
like one of my favorite sites to use ever.
Yeah. Same with um the Adobe color wheel. Okay, this is not
Yes,
good.
that's another good one. For anyone struggling with like coming up with a palette, coolers and the Adobe Color Wheel are pretty
Mm-hmm.
nifty. There are also a couple plugins within XD that are good as well. So lots of
Oh
options.
yeah. Yeah. See, I kind of wanted it to like be like this, like
Blend
blending
in.
in more. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that it doesn't like stand out as much. But yeah, there's definitely some good color palettes, plugins on Adobe XD. Okay.
Very true. I am definitely curious. How did you get inspo for the palette that you picked?
Oh, with this palette,
Yeah.
I Googled like travel colors. Literally, I just Googled like travel colors.
Hmm.
And then I also just looked at like inspiration, and I feel like this is kind of like a good color palette for traveling. It's like not too dark. The tones aren't too dark. They feel vibrant.
Hmm.
You know, this could be like water. So just like vibrant, welcoming colors.
Agreed. They feel like
Mm-hmm.
warm but fresh all at the same time. So it's a really good palette.
Mm-hmm.
It works really well.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to like apply the colors to these designs. Okay, so this is, yeah, I think this is pretty good for the search bar.
Hmm.
And then we're gonna add a picture here and for these. So
Yes. Ooh, the visuals.
yeah, the visuals. So I'm thinking of using Adobe Stock to find some pictures so that we can populate them.
Nice. And for anyone who just joined us, we are currently completing. So Tarrea is designing a travel mobile app. Yesterday, we kind of worked on wireframes, and today she is finishing it up with colors, typography, all the fun stuff. So welcome if
Mm-hmm.
you're joining right now from YouTube or Behance. Also, stay tuned later on in the stream. We'll be having our artist spotlight. So just going over some designs for our featured artists. So stay tuned for that as well.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, so I'm just looking for pictures to use. I'm gonna just save a bunch.
Mm-hmm. And this is like super convenient as well.
Yeah, and then we'll just populate them after. Okay, I think that should be enough options. And then what I'm gonna do here is there's like kind of like a shortcut that you could do where you can like drag in the images that you downloaded and straight into like the shape that you have selected. So I'm just gonna, I just dragged it in like magic.
Magically.
Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. That's a nice picture of
It
London.
is.
Yeah.
That's a really good photo.
Yeah, I think that's good. So we have that, and then gonna look for a few more pictures. So 6 pictures. The first two are gonna be of Paris and then
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo, and then the rest could just be like any like random pictures, but they're based on like in this instance like the trips that the user went on or is planning to go on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I get you. So we need more location recommendations, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
So drop.
No,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Let's feel free to drop in the chat if you have any more location recommendations.
Yeah, so we can use them for pictures.
Exactly.
Okay. I like this picture of Paris.
Oh yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah. And maybe like one more. Skyline. Okay. I like to have like a few options for
Mm-hmm.
pictures.
Yeah.
The next one's Tokyo. So nice. Do this one.
These are like all gorgeous photos.
I know, yeah. I think Adobe Stock has like a good variety of really nice photos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
There's just so many to choose from.
There are. Oh my God. Just really, really. I should just book my flight like today.
It's just
On the
like,
go.
it's so tempting.
It really is.
Okay, so we have those for Tokyo. And then now we could just do any. I remember yesterday someone had
Oh.
mentioned. Mhm.
Oh yeah. We have a couple of recommendations. Oh, the Bean in Chicago. Becca
The
put that in
bean.
the chat. Bean. And Erin suggested Helsinki.
Okay, so we have the bean and Helsinki. Okay. Oh,
Becca
I kind
said
of
the
like this
bean's
one.
not very exciting. I feel like it looks really cool. I've
Yeah,
never seen it in person though, so maybe that's why.
me neither. I actually haven't been to Chicago, so I think it looks pretty interesting looking.
Hmm. Agreed.
Okay, I'm just looking for like a really cool one.
Hmm.
Um, let's do this one. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Okay, and then one more.
Nice.
And then we'll do Helsinki. I
Yeah.
think I know how to spell that.
It's a tough one. Hopefully they have like suggested search.
I think I got it right. But
Nice. Okay.
yeah, Helsinki is nice. I like this one.
Ooh, awesome. I think like once you see the images, so if you were actually using the app, you'd be like,
Hmm.
okay, well now I feel like I have to go to Helsinki just because it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's like very vibrant. I like the colors. Okay. I think we collected a good amount of images. So we'll start like populating them
Hmm.
into these. The first one being France. So let me find the picture of France and then I'll just pop it in. That easy. Now you can see the picture that was
Yeah.
added. Maybe we'll add in um, the Chicago pic back here. You can't really see it, but it's there.
It's back there.
Yeah. And then Tokyo.
Oh, I love the photo.
Yeah. These are, I think it's really gonna like bring the app to life with all these photos.
Hmm.
Okay. And then just do maybe this. And one more.
Nice. Oh, Val mentioned that this makes her want to travel. Yes, agreed.
We all have the
Agreed.
travel bug.
By the end of the stream, we all will.
No, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna, right now it looks kind of like flat, so I'm gonna add some drop shadow to see if that will help.
Mhm.
Let's see what this looks like. And then I'm just gonna like adjust the drop shadow settings.
Mhm.
So that it's like not too, it doesn't like stand out too much.
Right. Just like to add a bit of depth to it.
Yeah, make it like subtle. And then I like to use like the same color for the drop shadow like as
Mhm.
my color palette, because right now it's just like black. So I'll just like add in that color.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's like a custom drop shadow color.
that's really cool. And a good idea, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah. And then we'll add the drop shadow here so that it's like consistent.
Nice.
Yeah. So now it kind of looks like it's 3D.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like a stacking effect.
I really like the stacking effect though.
Yeah, I want to, maybe I'll try to like lower. I'm just playing around with like
Mhm.
lowering the opacity or to see. So then it's like these two are standing out more, and then these kind of
Right.
like are in the back. So let me see if I could do something with that.
I get you. So they're not as prominent.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll get back to that. But
Yeah, no worries. You were playing around with like the blending modes right there.
yeah, I was playing around with the blending modes because sometimes they give that kind of effect that I'm looking for.
Or does anyone else just like A/B test blending modes? I don't think I remember what any of them do. I'm just like, okay, what does overlay do? Okay, not that. What
I
does screen do?
yeah, I definitely don't know. I have to like try all of them to
Exactly.
get the right one.
To see.
Yeah. Okay, gonna I'm trying to choose like a lighter color of this
Mhm.
for the background. Well, I guess that's just white. But I'm thinking about changing this background color, but that's a little dark.
Uh, it's not like just plain white. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that looks good for now.
Mhm.
And then we could play around with this nav bar.
Style up our nav bar. Yep. With our
Yeah,
feather icons.
my favorite icons. Okay, I'm debating if maybe it doesn't even need this background bar. It could just be like like this. That'd be kind of cool. And I also want to make sure that these aren't like too low. That's why it's good to have like a grid. I know that, I know that there's like a UI kit where you can set up like, you can see the grid lines and.
Yeah.
So
there are a lot of like free templates that you can get. And also, like you said, the UI kits from Adobe directly that lay all those elements out for you. So it just makes it easier. You don't have to think about it too much. You just have to copy over the artboards.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is the padding that I'll give myself. Don't want to design outside of that padding.
Yeah.
So,
a question from Drew. Welcome, Drew. Actually, just joined. Hi.
Welcome.
And his question is: did you use 3D transform to create the image stacks, or just adjust the container dimension / location?
Yeah, exactly. That's the second thing. It's literally just these shapes stacked on top of each other. And I adjusted the container size. So yeah, I just made it like half or a little bit smaller than the first square, and then same for the third square. So it's really cool. It looks like it's 3D, but it's literally you're just adjusting the size of the shape.
An illusion.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so these are our 3 icons. Maybe I'll make it this color. So all the icons are gonna be this color. Or maybe I'll add like a pop of red. Maybe like this red.
For some pizzazz.
Yeah, maybe like for if you want to add like a new trip, that could be red. I kind of like that. Or maybe, no, I was gonna maybe see if this could be red. Oops. Let's see what this looks like.
Ooh, it's like a nice little orangey color.
But I think I'll stick to the black. But at least making like the this icon like a red. And then the selected state could be
our active state. Yeah, how do we make that pop?
Maybe it could be like the same color as this.
The search bar.
Yeah.
Background.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to keep the color palettes consistent. Okay. I kind of like that.
That's very cute.
Yeah, this is like the active state. Or maybe like if this isn't active, it would be like grayed out a little bit. So something like this.
Right.
But then, yeah, no, I'm just playing around.
Testing things out.
Yeah.
Which is, what we always do as designers.
Yeah, I'm definitely just testing and exploring different options.
The paler shade of this blue is like making me think lavender, which is a really nice color.
Yeah, lavender is such a nice color. And that's like my favorite. It's my favorite color.
Me too. Lavender or lime. Those are my favorites.
I'm more of, I like neutral tones or like earthy colors.
Those are really nice as well. Those earthy tones is what I would decorate my house with.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I already do. Like the color palette of my home is very like neutral, earthy tones.
Nice.
Okay, so what I'm gonna
Team neutrals.
Yeah, team neutrals.
Becca mentioned in the chat. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna like I'm gonna have this on top. Excuse me, and like have it kind of fade. So then it's like less.
Nice. Right, because when you try to like decrease the opacity, it like makes the other appear behind it. This is a cool solution to that.
And then I'm gonna see what I can do with this. I kind of wanted to do like this one type of effect where it's like a glass effect. And I remember yeah, I remember it was one of these. But for now, I'll just put these on top.
Nice.
Okay.
Thinking outside the box is like half the job.
Yeah, definitely thinking outside the box makes things a little bit more fun sometimes. Okay, so now it's like these stand out more because they're front and center. So I'm liking how that looks.
It looks really cool. I love it so far.
Awesome. And I think I want to add like, even though I didn't have this in the wireframes, I want to add like a label because, for example, if you can add like editors or people who are joining you on your trip, maybe there should be like a little indicator that shows like how many people are joining the trip. So something like
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just take this. So maybe it would be two. It would say 2 travelers.
2 travelers.
Or 3. So then it's like
that's like cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's like I can see how many people am I traveling with? How many people are editing this trip? Like 3 people.
Very convenient to have that info.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put it like right down here or here. There we go. I like it.
Nice. It looks great.
Yeah, I think it is coming along. And what else? Oh yeah, I think there should be like a way to maybe like edit your trips. So
right.
Yeah, if you wanted to like delete them or anything like that. So I'm thinking of maybe adding like a pencil icon for edit. Maybe I'll put it on the upcoming trips. I was thinking about adding it here.
All right.
Okay,
But that would be convenient to have for sure.
So this is what the homepage is looking like.
It looks very pretty. It looks enticing. We all want to jump into the images and be there.
Yeah, I think so too. And I feel like it's pretty clear, like the user can see, you know, their trips, their upcoming trips, and everything like that. So, and then the nav bar looks pretty good. Just gonna make sure. 24.
Oh, we have a question from Val. Oh, also a couple more people joined. Hi, Sean. Welcome. So Val's asking, Tarrea, what is your favorite part of the design process and which step brings you the most joy? Just a really good question.
I think definitely what I'm doing now, like the visual design, the UI design. Yeah, I think that's my favorite part of the design process because I get to see like the wireframes come to life like this. And I get to like apply the visuals, like the design style guide, and just like keeping in mind of like the users that I'm designing for and how they're gonna like interact with the designs that I'm like putting together.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's always the best part. It's like I love it, but how are my users gonna love it? And it's really cool to be able to see that.
Yeah, I think so too. So we're gonna jump into the upcoming trips page. I'm just gonna add my grid.
Oh, I just realized because the font that you use is for your wireframes is the same as the one you wanted to use for your high fidelity, so you didn't even have to really go in and change that, thinking ahead.
No, yeah, that's also like part of my design process with wireframing. I try to use like the same fonts that I'm going to be applying or using in the high fidelity design. And I think that just saves a lot of time, like instead of having to like change the fonts when you're doing like the visual design. So, but to each their own.
True.
Okay. So I'm gonna make this. Yeah, and then we're gonna have another icon next to that for the edit.
Nice. Back to our favorite plugin of all time.
No, really, it's just so convenient having this plugin.
Very much so.
Okay, there's fortunately an icon from Feather Design. I mean, icons.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, and just resizing it for consistency.
Yeah, resize. Adjust this.
Awesome. And for anyone who's joining us right now, welcome from YouTube. If you're joining us through Behance, welcome as well. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Elsa. I'm here with Tarrea, who is our guest for the session, and she is in the middle of continuing her design for her travel mobile app. Yesterday, she completed her wireframes, and today we're continuing on with the high fidelity design. So stay tuned to see the final product.
Yay.
Boop, boop.
So one thing that I do really like about Repeat Grid is the way that I just like changed the font color and then they all
Mm-hmm.
changed, which is really cool.
Right.
Yeah. Or even if you want to change like the font size,
Mm-hmm.
they all change. So yeah, that
Very
looks good.
convenient.
Yeah. And then I'm not gonna have the nav bar on this screen because it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's nested inside of the home, like on the home page. Because basically you would go from here to there. Maybe,
Right, right.
yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll add like an icon that shows that. So something like this.
Okay. A visual indicator of that.
Yeah, like a little indicator that
Nice.
shows.
Cool. I agree. I feel like that I've seen that a lot too, just for
Hmm.
emphasis, like click this to go to another screen. Just make that very
Hmm.
clear.
Yeah, make it as clear as possible so that there's no like confusion. So users know where to click.
Hmm. Oh, I have another question in the chat from Val.
Hmm.
And aside from icons for design, what other plugins do you love in XD?
um, I mean, I have a few here. Like, there's
Hmm.
a plugin for if you want to populate like a user image.
Hmm.
So, like, if I wanted to have this be like someone's avatar or their profile
Hmm.
picture, and I don't want to like look for a picture, I could just go into like either UI faces. There's different sources that
Yeah.
you could choose from, and then you select photos, and you could like choose any photo that you want. And then,
Oh, this is super cool.
yeah, and then it just, you select it and then you apply, and then
Yeah.
it pops it in there. So that's like one of my favorite
Yeah.
plugins. And then I actually recently, there's like a color palette type of plugin where you can pick
Hmm.
colors, you can generate like a gradient. So that just like,
Oh,
yeah, that saves time for me picking out colors. And that's called Color Designer.
Color designer. That's a cool one. I haven't heard of that one before. I'm gonna have to test that out.
Yeah. And then there's Stark, which is for like accessibility, where you can check the
Yeah.
color contrast. I feel like,
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like that's a must have for all designers.
Agreed. Agreed. That actually really ties into the follow-up question that we
Hmm.
have in our chat from Val, which is, do you have any tips for clear readability when working with very small elements?
Yeah, I think keeping in mind of like the font sizes, you don't want to like,
Hmm.
I keep in mind that you don't want to go any lower than like 12 points, or 10 points is kind of pushing
Right.
it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And if you just want to keep in mind of, the different users interacting with the product and making sure that they're able to
Hmm.
like read, what's on the screen. So
Hmm.
that's like one thing that I try to keep in mind. I hope that helps.
Nice. Agreed.
Yeah.
Because also when you're designing in XD, we're like zooming in so we can see it really quickly. But if someone is looking at it on their phone, 10 pixels might be really small and hard to see.
Yeah, that's true. It's like we're designing on like this big screen, but then in comparison to like
Mhm.
actually holding your phone, it's like a really small screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ungroup this because then I won't be able to, I don't think I'll be able to change the pictures individually. Okay, so let me try that again. There's Tokyo.
Oh, actually, if you like select multiple and then drag them at the same time, it will fill them all
Really?
differently, which is a pretty cool trick with repeat grids.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Let me
Yeah.
try that. First, I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna actually I'm gonna change these trip names based on like what the pictures were.
Yeah.
What was this one? Okay, that was Helsinki. And then Chicago.
Nice.
Did I spell that
Illinois.
right?
Yeah, I think you did.
It's so hard to tell. Okay, oops. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this up here. And then you said if you select the images like at once.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give that a
Yeah.
try. I'm just selecting these and then Chicago.
Sure. And then let's watch the magic happen.
Okay. Oh, it worked.
Yay!
Nice. Look at these nice
Awesome.
pictures.
Oh, gorgeous. So pretty.
Yeah, these are so cool. Okay, so now that we got that, I'm gonna
Mhm.
add a drop shadow to all of these just so that there's like consistency throughout the entire
Right.
page.
Mm-hmm.
And okay,
Nice.
yeah, looks pretty cool.
That looks right.
I do kind of want to prototype this, so
Oh
well,
yeah, I mentioned yesterday that we might get to that. That would be cool.
okay, so then just make this, oops, we'll do one more trip.
Mm-hmm.
I'll rename it.
December 7th to 10th, and then like a week break and back at it again.
They're trying to get the most out of this year, out of traveling.
Very much so.
They're gonna go to Hawaii.
Oh my God. Living their best lives.
Oops.
Ooh, I'm sure there'll be like beautiful pictures of Hawaii on stock.
Definitely, yeah. Okay, let me. Very nice.
Oh my God. Wow. Just a wow.
So pretty. Okay. And then let me put that here. Oops. Okay. And then I think we'll be good to go with this page.
Nice. Super fast. We're like zooming through these screens.
I know. I just have a lot of fun doing this. Okay.
It's fun to watch as well. That's the great part.
Yeah, it's like a win-win.
Win for Tarrea and win for the audience.
Yeah. So that's what this looks like. Pretty similar style.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need that. Keeping it consistent. Maybe I'll make this. Oops. Maybe I'll make this like the shade.
Oh, okay. To keep it, yeah.
Maybe, yeah, as like a secondary color.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks good. Oh no.
Oh, Val says, Hawaii is so gorgeous. It's like a fairy tale.
That's why I really need to go soon.
That's why we can't wait to be there.
Yeah. Soon. Next year, maybe.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, let me change the background.
Mm-hmm.
Very subtle, but there was a background change. It's just like the little...
A small one, but it adds, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the little details.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Oops. Actually, maybe I'll just stick with white. It's more clean.
Oh, okay. It still looks so good though. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I'm just gonna start tweaking stuff.
Yeah, of course, no worries. And as you do that, of course, let us know in the chat if you have any more questions for Tarrea about the design, about her experience. I actually have a question for you, Tarrea, to start things off. What would you say was a memorable project you worked on since you started working as a designer?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm thinking I've worked on a lot of different projects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
It's okay, take your time.
I mean, I feel like there was like a project that I worked on where I got to travel to like a different state and live, you know, in a totally different state for a few months. Like I did an internship at IBM.
Oh,
Yeah, and
oh,
I collaborated with some other interns, but it was just really fun working on that project and being able to like live in a totally different state and, you know, explore.
yeah.
So that was really fun. my most memorable.
That sounds amazing. Was it like for the summer?
Yeah, it was a summer internship.
Oh my God. Cool
Yeah.
stuff. Were you working in teams as well?
Yeah, I was working with a team of, I think like 5 interns
Okay.
for like a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like, yeah, 10 weeks or 8 weeks.
Nice. That's what makes summer internships so fun. It's like a couple of months just jamming with
Mm-hmm.
other interns in a cool place. And then you miss it when it's done. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I definitely missed it. But I highly recommend internships.
Yes. They are, from my experience, just a really easy way to learn without not too much stress
Mm-hmm.
because obviously the people you work with know you're interns, but also just getting to meet people if you are interning at a large organization with a bunch of other
Mm-hmm.
interns.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
Okay, we are now working on the itinerary screen.
Yes. We've moved on to the itinerary screen. So I'm just gonna, this is gonna be a picture, the same picture as this. So let me pop that in there. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, my only
Oh my
concern.
God.
Oh.
No, finish what you're before I make my comment. You finish what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, it is a really nice picture, but my concern is like the contrast between like the text on it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make it more accessible. Maybe it could be like some opacity.
Oh, okay. So the dark text
Yeah,
can be
that's
seen.
That's one thing about like putting text like on image. You just have to keep in mind of that. Or could make the picture darker. I'm gonna try some different approaches really quick. So the first,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, first I'm gonna do is make this like darker.
And to like move the layer back, Tarrea is using the shortcut. Oh my gosh, I always forget in the moment because my fingers move automatically. What was the shortcut for like moving an element to the back or backwards?
Oh, it's command on Mac. It's command bracket. Sorry, I don't know the keys for Windows or PC, sorry.
It's okay.
Or yeah, send backwards or
Yeah.
send back.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, yeah, so we'll just have it a little bit lighter on this page so we can see it, the text.
Right, of course. There's no point if we can't even read what it says on the screen.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We do not want that at all.
Oops.
Oh,
Okay.
what I was gonna say before I just
Oh, mhm.
remembered was the text on the image actually reminds me of National Geographic. I wonder why.
This text on this image?
No, wait, not Nat Geo. Is it Discovery Channel? I think just the way it looks with the large text and the image in the background, it's like one, okay, maybe not Nat Geo, but maybe Discovery Channel. Hopefully someone knows
Oh,
what
like
I'm talking about.
like a travel like
Yes.
show.
Okay, well, yeah.
I can see
Exactly.
that. Oh, here's an opportunity for us to use the plugin that I showed earlier.
Oh,
So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, these are supposed to be like pictures of people. So we'll try this out.
Mhm.
Okay, wait, let me redo that. I'm just gonna apply it randomly. Okay, we have one person.
Oh, you can do that too. Nice.
Yeah. So you just select it and then apply randomly, and then it'll pick some random faces.
Hmm.
I'm gonna change this.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's do this one. Can I select multiple? Okay. Maybe I'll add like a border.
Hmm. Also, it differentiates like between each
Mm-hmm.
avatar as well.
Yeah, something like this.
Hmm. And if you are just joining us, thank you for joining us and welcome. If you're joining us from YouTube or Behance, I'm Elsa, the host for today's session. And I'm here with Tarrea, who is currently designing a travel mobile app in Adobe XD. Yesterday, we completed the wireframes, and today we are finishing up our high fidelity designs, hopefully with some extra time towards the end to prototype. So stay tuned for that. We'll also be having our artist spotlight in just around half an hour. So if you want to check out some cool work by a very talented creative person, stay tuned for that as well.
Yeah, lots of exciting stuff coming up.
100%. Oh, it looks really nice.
Yeah, I'm still debating or like I don't know if it's like the outline.
Oh, you don't like how it looks at the moment?
Yeah, but it's okay. Just making adjustments.
Which is what we all do all the time. Oh my
Oh, I
my
figured it
favorite thing
out.
is you could design something, or at least for me anyway, I design something and be like, okay, that looks pretty dope. And I go to sleep
Mm-hmm.
and I wake up and I'm like, what? What was I thinking?
Yeah, like I'm gonna make changes to everything.
Just delete and restart.
Yes. Sorry, I
Ooh, it's
found,
like a hazy effect. That's really nice.
yeah, I finally found what it was. It was like a background blur.
Ah, okay.
So then it like lowers or like blurs the background so then it doesn't stand out as much.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you can play around with like the light and like how blurry it is.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay. And this, I don't think I'm gonna do. I'm like, I wonder what. best way to show this?
True. All about trial and error, I guess.
Yeah.
It's literally all we can do at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stuck on this, like figuring out the best way to show it.
It's okay. Because it's like the whole design can look good, but then you're like, okay, but that one detail, I gotta fix that.
It's literally just this one detail. Maybe. Let me see if I can.
People in the chat are chiming in about the whole waking up the next day and hating your designs. Becca says, that is my life. LOL. Looks good the night before, next day, not so much. Val says, I'll do a painting, post it to Instagram, and wake up the next morning and think, what have I done?
Oh no. I'm sure all of our work actually looks good in reality.
Right? We're just like being picky.
Yeah, we're being picky. Like me right now, being picky with this. I think I might just do, I think I'm going to just try a different approach. So maybe it'll just be like a little tag here.
Okay.
So you could say maybe something like this, 3 travelers. Then you can't really see. So then I'm like keeping in mind of like hierarchy,
right?
Like what your eye is drawn to first.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna play around with like placement.
First, and for like any newer designers, how would you have any tips on how to keep hierarchy in mind as you design, like what elements to consider?
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't look bad. Like I get what you mean. As it moves from top left to top right to bottom right to bottom left, it still doesn't look bad.
It doesn't look bad. I'm just I feel like it would be important to like see the duration.
Yeah.
Changes.
I get you, because when you look at it first, the bold stands out. Ooh, I have a question from Val. How often do you change up a design completely in the middle of your project? Is it a usual thing, or do you find that you mostly stick with your original concept?
I usually change it when I'm doing, like when I'm applying the visual designs from the wireframes. Usually I'd make a lot of changes. But I do try to stick to like what I put together like from my style guide.
Right.
But yeah, I still make some minor changes along the way. Oops. Let's see if I can give this a background blur.
Right. Oh, it's like, it's giving me
like
rainy day, foggy day in London vibes, but like the nice fog. if there is a nice fog.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make this like legible using a photo. Okay, I'm taking that off.
The 3 days.
Yeah.
Be gone.
It just wasn't working out.
Gotta just adjust as we go. But I mean, what you are doing is important because you can't just keep something and be like, well, it's not like you can't read it, because you want to keep in mind making things accessible.
Exactly. Then maybe I can make this white.
That looks nice.
Yeah, that
I
looks
can read
nice.
that pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, like for travelers, if you want to add another traveler or something, there should be an option to do that. But
Yeah, right next to your 3 travelers pill.
yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, this is just the expiration. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that.
Sure, but I really do like how the top part looks as of now.
Awesome. Okay, so jumping into this style.
Yes, our nice schedule.
All right, we're gonna make it kind of the same, like a pill format. Oops.
Oh, Jeremiah says, in regards to you taking off the 3 days, leaving it off works because you have the days listed below. I was thinking that. Can clearly see it is 3 days.
You can, yeah. That is a good point. I kind of wanted to like add some more pops of color somewhere.
Oh yeah, we have our whole palette.
Sometimes, yeah, I get stuck like on one style, color style. Oops. But I also feel like the photos really like add color. So I think it just really depends on like the design. Sometimes it's like I'll put together a color palette and then I don't really use all the colors because you know, like the photos add a lot of color.
Yeah.
But I kind of like this red.
I really like it too. It's giving fall vibes.
Fall vibes.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
Nice. And we have a question from Val. Have you ever turned in a project that you were really proud of and had the client tell you they didn't like it? Why did someone ask me this question today as well? Anyway, do you have any advice for those of us who might be experiencing that? Like, how do you manage that situation?
Yeah. I guess I have experienced that. Not like exactly like the client saying they didn't like it, but maybe in some other words they said they didn't really like the designs.
Yeah.
And I've learned to like not take it personally.
Yeah.
Because you know, the client's vision might be different from your vision. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad designer or what you designed is bad. It's just not the right vision. So then it's like you got to take, a step back and like realign with the client to really get a better understanding what they want. So then you could design that for them. Yeah,
I agree 100%. Because that is bound to happen once or twice. Design is very subjective. So, you kind of just take feedback and use it to improve your work for your clients.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like I try to use it as like constructive criticism.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, Becca said, I struggle with that a lot. Not much work to put in my portfolio because of it. No, Becca. I feel like your work is probably amazing though.
Yeah, even if the client may not like your work,
I think
it's still worth showcasing that you were able to design something for them.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do a different color blue down here.
That is a nice neon, almost neon-like blue.
Oh yeah, that is a little too neon-y.
Oh no. You're like, wait.
No,
never mind.
I want to make it like more not as neon-y.
Okay, yeah. More like pastel-ish.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna ungroup this. Kind of like that.
Nice.
And then I think for the active state, maybe it could just be like a dot.
Aw, a cute little dot.
Good. Like this.
That looks really nice.
That's different.
True. It is different, thinking outside the box.
Okay.
Nice. I really like the floating nav bar concept too, so without the background.
You like how, the float, it's like floating, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this style instead.
It looks good. It's just nice to see like a different pop of blue on the screen as well.
Yeah, it was the colors, we're starting to like blend in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, back to the screen.
Mini detour, but we're back on track.
Yeah. Okay. So then I think I'll make this like this purple color. It's not bad.
Ooh, it's really not. I really like the blue.
Awesome. Okay. And then I'll make these.
I'll switch those up too.
I want to show like, oh, I wonder maybe I could do something like this where it's like they're not selected, so then they could be grayed out like this. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. Kind of like with the nav as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make this look like
Yeah.
this.
Yes. The little, I don't even know what you'd call that. What is it
Call them
called? I
like a
have seen
drawer
it.
slider
Yes.
thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So technically, it could be like it slides down.
Yeah.
If you like selected the map, it would slide down and this would show up.
Yeah. I feel like so much is like content is in drawers these days. You don't go to separate screens. You just have like a menu that opens up, which I'm not complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, a smoother UX, but it's interesting to see how trends change and things change over
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I kind of prefer, I think it just depends on what I'm doing, but I prefer when it's like the drawer or this is like all the content is here.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
Okay. Now we're just gonna, I could honestly select okay, I'm gonna select these.
Nice. And yeah, and you
then
lock the
just
background as well, so as you select, it doesn't.
yeah, I tried that. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna select all of these and then I can just change all of them at once.
Yeah. And for like anyone who doesn't know to log, I think there are a couple ways you can do it in XD.
I usually just do it from the layers panel.
Yeah.
But I think there is like a, yeah.
Right.
There's
yeah. And a keyboard
command.
shortcut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to adjust the spacing.
And we have just under 10 minutes before we have our artist spotlight. Super exciting. Can't wait for that.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I feel like this screen is going to take me the most time.
A minute, which is fine. We want to make sure it looks just right.
Okay. So then
oh yeah. If anyone wants to drop names, we have like day actions, but we don't have name except for Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, which will be Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. But the others, it doesn't have to be London, just any random name you want to drop in the chat. We'll fill that in.
Or if anyone has been to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant that is a different name. Yeah. But yeah, we need like names for like what a park and the beach. I don't know any in London, especially.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks good. And then these, I'm gonna explore changing the background color.
Yeah.
Or maybe like this top part would be a different color. Here.
Oh, okay.
Just trust the process. I'll show you.
Yeah, of course. No worries. I'm excited to see what it looks like. We also have a question from Val asking, what are your favorite design trends? Oh, because we mentioned trends before. What are some of your favorite design trends recently?
Yeah. I think, I mean, I think maybe my favorite app that I like to keep track, like update, seeing like what their design trends are is like with Spotify, and seeing like any kind of
Yeah.
updates that they make to their UI design or any new like functionality.
Yeah.
I try to, so because I use Spotify every day, so I'll be on my phone and I'll see like, oh, they added a new like feature or they changed the
Yeah.
icon. So I like to see any kind of trends with the apps that I use, like the everyday apps. Same with like Gmail or yeah. So that gives me inspiration when I design.
It's a really cool way of thinking through it. Like just look at everyday products you use and what are they doing differently? It's
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. I feel like there's another trend I really like, which is a floating nav bar at the bottom of a website. I've seen it on a few portfolio sites, and I'm like, that is pretty cool because normally you wouldn't have your nav there and it wouldn't be floating. So it's kind of a different type of design.
Yeah. I haven't seen that before. That actually sounds really interesting. I feel like it could be done really well, you know, if designed correctly.
Yes, yes. Agreed.
But yeah,
Thank you so much to everyone who's also just joined recently. Oh, yeah, I just had, oh my God, I have like a ton of messages in the chat. Okay, there we go. Joshua just joined. So hi, Joshua. And for anyone else who just joined, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Elsa. I'm hosting Tarrea here on Adobe Live today, and she's in the middle of designing her travel mobile app in Adobe XD, finishing up the high fidelity designs in a couple minutes. We also have our artist spotlight. We're going to take a look at some really cool work by another designer. And when we get to that, you can also drop in recommendations for artists you want to spotlight as well. In any future sessions is at the tab on the top right on Behance. So feel free to drop in some recommendations. Recommend a friend, a family member, whoever it is.
Yeah, there's a lot. I've seen a lot of good designs on Behance.
Yeah.
It's so hard to like pick who to showcase.
True.
Okay, I'm just updating the icons. Oops.
Oh, okay. Make them like a bit faded.
Yeah. Maybe since this is supposed to like indicate they're like in progress, maybe these could be like a bit more faded.
Oh, okay, right.
So I'm gonna do like a lighter shade of this.
Nice. Coolers is like the MVP right now.
Yeah, that's just my go-to right now because I can just quickly, you know,
Yeah,
see all these different shades.
agreed.
Okay, that's how it's looking.
It looks really good. It's coming together very nicely.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see how it's coming out. This screen definitely has like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of colors going on, but not
Mm-hmm.
too many colors. They're just like
Yeah,
different shades.
of the same color, which is why
Yeah.
they kind of seem more cohesive. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, so yeah, I just
Great.
realized. Yeah, these are going to be photos. So
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Go stock hunting once again.
yes. Okay.
So right
Mhm.
before we get to that, be great time to jump right into our artist spotlight. So during our artist spotlight session, we're just gonna take a look at our featured artist for today's session, whose name is Dawid Placek. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but if I'm not, I apologize. And yeah, let's check out some of their amazing work. And like I mentioned previously, if you want to recommend any artists for future spotlights, all you have to do is just click the tab on the top right of your screen on Behance.
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah,
Ooh.
these are all pretty good. But I
Mm-hmm.
think what stood out to me was this project just because it looks very
Ooh.
clean and minimalist, which is like my style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh, a fitness app.
Yeah, fitness app.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
This looks really
really,
nice.
yeah, I really like how this is laid out in different sections.
Same. I was
Got
just
the
gonna say it feels like not only the actual design, but even the presentation is really clean and minimal
hmm
too.
Yeah, and just the way that they laid out their style guide, their
Mm-hmm.
design process. We have like
Ooh,
their grid
a
system.
grid system.
Very nice. See,
Oh my
like grids
gosh.
just really help you stay like
Yeah.
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, a
this is
user
great.
flow.
And yeah, I just like the little elements of color throughout.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I like the blend into like faded, kind of like it's faded. Very
Hmm.
cool.
Oh yeah, up there. And then the wireframes. Very similar
Nice.
to like how I also like lay out my wireframes. It's like I have the content
Mm-hmm.
and the font styles ready to go. So then
Mm-hmm.
jumping into the final design, it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
easier. And the final
Oh,
design came out really good.
a GIF.
Yeah,
Well, a
that's
prototype
nice.
book. Oh, that's really cool.
I would use this.
I don't even like fitness apps, but I would use this.
Yeah, just because it's just so clean and, really intentional.
Yes. That's what makes the design really good.
Hmm.
It's simple, but it's done really well.
Yeah, it looks great.
Oh
And
my
the
gosh.
icons.
Oh, we have another video prototype.
Yeah.
Oh, these animations are so smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. I also want to do like animations like this with my prototypes.
Same.
Yeah, very cool.
Nice. This is like they did a lot of screens for this, which I think is very
Yeah.
impressive as well. Like it's not easy for actually I don't know if it's a client project or a personal project, but either way, it's a
Either
really
way.
good work.
Hmm. Yeah. All the screens, they look really cohesive together, and like the design
Hmm.
system is well put
Hmm.
together.
Ooh, drawers. our favorite UI element in use.
Where? Oh, yeah, here. This is like the same kind of style that we're
Yeah.
using in the travel app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool. I really like also the color
Mm-hmm.
palette. Like they're just like little
Yes.
hints of color,
Yes.
but it's not like too much color. It
Yeah.
works really
It's
well.
not overwhelming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
So we have their
gosh. Well,
profile,
Dawid, you put in work. Oh, what? Is this an
a
actual?
real.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder, maybe they were able to get this like actually developed.
Maybe. In
Yeah,
which case, what?
very impressive. Awesome. You get a thumbs up.
Nice. Oh, I love that they also credited where they got some of their
Everything.
elements from.
Hmm.
Very, very cool.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that was
love.
great.
Should we look at one more? What's another good one you want to pick?
I think we'll do like graphic, print because
Mm-hmm.
I'm also a fan of that,
Yeah,
like print
same.
design. So this looks like it's for like a film festival.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about like poster designs and like the whole brand
Mm-hmm.
identity for, film festivals or concerts and just seeing like how they
Yeah,
put it all together. So
agreed.
yeah, we have like a
This is
mock-up.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love the color palette for this.
Yeah, and like you could see like there's, the motion where your eyes are being directed here. And it also kind of
Yes.
looks like an illusion where it's like a pencil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does
Or
actually.
yeah, it could be like a pencil or it could be I feel like it could be different ways that you can interpret that.
And these are really, really good mock-ups.
Hmm.
Like they seem real.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are real. Oh my gosh. Is this reality? I was gonna say they look so good. Maybe I think this is an
Yeah.
actual thing.
Yeah, and I really like the color palette. Like they're only using three or like four colors, yellow,
Yeah,
black, and white, and it works really well together.
yeah,
We have some
agreed.
Instagram branding,
Nice.
name tags.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Big billboards. Oh my gosh.
I would go. That's just how good I feel like this
Committed.
branding. No, I would be like intrigued. Like I see these posters really well designed. I'd be
Yeah,
intrigued.
yeah.
And they even put together a website for this.
Wow. This is an awesome
Hmm.
project.
Yeah, really great. I feel like once again, really intentional about the designs.
Mm-hmm.
We even have a mock-up for it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they went
really like
into,
the whole
oh, go ahead.
the whole yeah, the realistic, so like actually using your phone and like you're using your app.
Hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it looks like they were able to put together an app designed for this too. So that's really impressive.
100%. This looks so good.
Yeah, another thumbs up.
What? Oh my God. Well, Dawid, your work is amazing. Um, Definitely everyone in the chat, go check their work out. Super cool stuff.
And
Yes, I will
follow.
have to follow them
Yeah.
as well after the stream. But yeah, that was amazing. It's really cool getting to see kind of other kinds of design styles
Hmm.
and works as well. Super great stuff.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
up the great work. Well, that was
keep it up
fun.
indeed.
Yeah, that was a nice break. jumping back into the designs. Oh, right. So we're going to look for some photos for these.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see. I kind of wanted to use this plugin.
Oh, a stock image
called...
plugin.
So let's try what happens when we do hotel.
Oh,
that's pretty
that
cool.
is super convenient.
Yeah. So it literally just shows up here. I think we'll do this one.
Oh, you just have to connect. But that is nice. You don't have to download them to your device. That is very nifty.
Yeah, it's just like directly straight from, you can add it to your file. So now this is like a gallery of all the photos that I downloaded, and then
okay.
Let me see if it'll just apply. There we go.
Nice. That is so cool.
Okay, now let's do the restaurant. I think I'll spell that right.
I have to add this plugin to my live assets. Well, not assets, but library immediately.
Definitely. Okay, I'm just looking for a fancy restaurant pick.
Is Gordon Ramsay working in the background? I'm sure there is one exactly like that.
Okay, we'll do this one. And then apply.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that for all of these.
Yeah.
Park.
Awesome. And I think we have a question. Before, let me just find it. Okay, there we go. Jeremiah is asking, well, Jeremiah says, love the use of rounded elements. I always have a challenge balancing rounded design elements with more structured layouts. Any advice?
So it's using design elements for more structured layouts or rounded?
Yeah, using rounded elements in a more structured design. Like, how do you still make it work?
I think it's more so like not overdoing it with the rounded elements, like not making it too round. Like here, it's the radius, the corner radius. I feel like if we made it like 20 or 30, then it might, I feel like then it gets a little too rounded. So it's like finding a nice medium, but you could definitely apply rounded elements like in a more subtle way.
Yeah.
Like these, they could probably be a little less round, but I also try to keep it consistent. So it's mostly just like playing around with the feature. Yeah. Okay. Let's
Brilliant. I tend to find I'm always going for it. I have to really force myself to use straight edged shapes just because I'm always like rounded it looks so soft. It looks so nice.
Yeah, I definitely think that like I prefer rounded because it is more like less hard edges, you know, more open.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a very good point.
These are gorgeous parks.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm like struggling trying to find a park pick. because there's so many good ones, but I'll just use this one.
Okay.
And then the next one is the beach. Maybe something not as tropical, since this is like in London.
Oh my God, I hadn't even thought of that. Got a beach that looks like you're in
a cliff, because I know they have a lot of cliffs, beaches in London or in England.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
I'm gonna change this. Go to an art gallery.
Art museum. Let this seem more London-ish.
Right? Art museum. Okay, that's better. Let's do this one.
Nice.
Add that. And then
this is a fun little trip.
Yeah, very busy.
True, but at least you're doing something. You have to take full advantage of these vacations.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Val says, wait, do you mean to tell me there are no palm trees native to London? I've been lied to. The truth is
Not
out.
that I know of. Yeah, I would be really surprised if I saw a palm tree in London.
Right?
Okay. Oh, let's update these names. Hotel. Hotel.
Mayfair? Is it Mayfair in London? Oh, Paddington is good.
Yeah. Oh, Mayfair.
Paddington the bear.
Yeah. And then Gordon Ramsay's. That's what it's called. Gordon Ramsay's. Paddington Park. The art museum. Oh, I think there's like a Tate museum.
Okay. Yeah.
And then fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Simple, simple but good.
Yeah, I love fish and chips.
Me too. It's really good.
Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I want to finish up this last screen with the time that we have.
Nice. We've definitely gone pretty quickly. So it's been cool to kind of see how the first 3 screens have come to life with all the nice colors and imagery. So yeah, we have a couple of minutes left on the stream, but for those of us who are joining us, I hope you've had a great time. I definitely have.
I did.
Seeing how this has come together.
Yeah, I had a great time with this.
Ooh, our map screen, our favorite screen.
I know. And there was a plugin that I recently discovered that would be perfect for this. And it's called like Maps something. So I'm going to try to find it. And Fancy Maps. So then it's like you can...
Fancy Maps.
Yeah, you can just populate the screen with a map. Any map.
What? Okay. I must check that out.
Yeah, so I'll try to install that. Okay. Okay.
Val says, in my heart, this is now Paddington Bear's vacation plan. I agree.
It's, yeah, definitely Paddington Bear's trip.
This is what Paddington Bear would do in London, 100%.
I support that. Okay, well, I was going to use those fancy maps, but I have to make an account, so I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll try to find
Oh no. Yeah, you probably just get a nice
on
stock
here.
image of a map.
Oh, there's this one.
Ooh, yeah, that looks really good.
Okay. And yeah, so that'll be our map. Not that one.
Nice.
This one. Even though it might not be London, but that's okay.
It's the thought that counts. It's London in our hearts. That's all that matters.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put it in here. I know that's too convoluted. Let me try that again. Okay.
Is it like, oh, was it low res before?
Yeah, it was low res. So,
okay.
Okay, I'll do that after.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we get this last screen in.
True. We have just under 5 minutes left. If there are any last minute questions? I know, time flies. Like really quickly. It sucks, but we can't do anything about it. But yeah, any last minute questions for Tarrea, just drop them super quick in the chat as she finishes up a couple elements from this last screen.
Well, it's been fun, and I will at least like put together the final the final screens.
Yes.
And I'll like upload it to Behance.
We would love to see that. Do you want to provide like a quick recap of what we did today?
Yeah. So what we did today is we pretty much added like the UI design to these 4 screens that were like wireframes. And we just added colors using the color palette that I put together. We used some plugins to like populate some images, and yeah, just pretty much try to make this design, all these screens, consistent with each other. And it was a lot of fun. And it looks
amazing.
Yeah, I think it came out well.
Agreed. And yesterday you had started out with wireframes, right?
Yeah, so we went from these wireframes to the high fidelity screens, which just looks so vibrant with the photos.
Agreed.
And yeah, hopefully, you know, users would use this and they'd be able to see, you know, their trips, and they'd be able to keep track of everything that they planned with this, you know, planner.
Yeah. And that's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this was super fun. The past 2 days have been amazing. Thank you so much, Tarrea, for being here and doing an awesome job with the designs. For everyone who tuned in, thank you so much for being here. It was a fun session. Adobe Live will be back tomorrow with our evangelist for a full day of masterclasses. followed by a new episode of Office Hours with Nick Lonjo and Andrew Hockradell. So don't miss that. Definitely make sure you tune in for that. And if you want to take your skills to the next level, make sure to join Anna McNaught at 9 a.m. PT and Jesus Ramirez at 2 p.m. PT on our latest show, Pro Tips. You can take a deep dive and learn advanced techniques and the apps. Following that live stream, join them on Discord voice chat to continue the conversation and ask questions directly. But yeah, for everyone who joined us this session, thank you so much, Tarrea. It was amazing to have you. Super fun session.
Yeah, this was really great. Thank you for having me. I'll post my final designs on Behance sometime soon.
Yay, awesome. Bye, everyone.
Bye.